You're probably thinking what I'm thinking. When's this broadcast gonna start? And it's right meow. SpeedZoneTV. Robert Warren's going live for race number 11 tonight for the Roughneck Racing's Wagoner's Welding Super Speedway Series. I'm excited. You're excited. Only 2 races remained before we crown a champion. And we're doing it tonight at Talladega Super Speedway. 72 degrees temp, 27% humidity, clear skies, 2-mile-an-hour winds. Got an 88 track temp, not really a factor here in the Super Speedway racing, but we've been watching these guys dance for 10 races now, and things, yeah, they're just, they're kind of friendly, but I just don't know how tonight's gonna go. So let's take a look at our grid as these guys start to get out there. Right here, starting on the pole, P1, Patrick Gentner. Lashbrook on the outside pole. 3 goes out to Richardson. 4th to Sprinkle. 5th to Ramsey. 6th to Straminski. 7th is to Weldon. 8th is to Barnes. 9th is to Priscilla. And 10th is to Ryan. 11th to Pretty Boy Ben Parson. And 12th to Barker. 1st and 13th and Wagner in 14th. 15th goes out to the Mailman Miller, and 16th is Andrew Smith. 17th is Pylon. 18th is Don Francesco. 19th is Madman or Marvelous Manning, and 20th goes out to Grace. 21st to BB, and 22nd to Keltner. And right out the field is the 27 of the ravishing Ryan Hunter. Watch out, he might be racing topless tonight. Lights are off on the pace car. We're getting ready to duck in for all of tonight's 50-lap action. And you've tuned into SpeedZoneTV. That's going to bring it to you live. Base vehicles ducking in. We've got a heck of a points battle. We're going to be slicing and dicing that pretty soon as we get these cars rolling. Hoping for an easy night. Not too many cautions. We've seen cautions creep up as championship implications are hovering over the mindsets of these drivers. Gentner, great start with Richardson, Ramsey, and Weldon in behind. That outside groove of Lashbrook, Sprinkle, and Barnes might come alive. Richardson has Gentner drop to the bottom side. Lashbrook needs to tighten up. And Sprinkle in behind him, but that outside line, we've seen it move many of times, and I'm sure it's going to come alive. Lap 2 underway. These guys are just getting started. We'll be trying to pop back and forth to the chat as the race goes on and it progresses. If you have a driver that you want to shout out to, then, just pop it in the chat. And also, if you're watching now, you probably want to click that gearbox. Make sure you set on the 4K that SpeedZoneTV here is offering. Guys, a little wobble as they're all stacked 2x2. So yeah, make sure you click that gearbox, like, subscribe, send it to your friends, cousins, uncles, nieces, and nephews. Seeing some smart driving so far. These guys are ticking down the laps. That 3 machine of Tyler Barnes won last week. He's sitting currently in 8th. A heck of a battle where Madman Mike Straminski started to make his presence known. So he's going to be a driver to be watching out for. Had a great run Wednesday night. And the marvelous Tyler Manning, also, a marker in the field. P3 last week. Race grabs P4. He's currently in 21st, just hovering it out. Third line foreman there. You see the Barbie machine of Johnny Hurst looking the outside. Gentner doing a great job. Finished 5th last week. Currently pacing the field. Ashbrook jumping up to that 3rd groove. That's going to be kind of where the action is that you're going to want to watch. And with super speedway racing, a lot can happen really fast. The 96 of Barker jumping to the high side now. Three wide, excellent job from these drivers. The leader of that outside line is the 48 of Jake Persilia. Got another car hopping in front. If that 3rd line can tighten up, they will roll. Wagner jumps up in front of him, trying to get them rolling. He says, I want on this bus. Choo-choo. Sprinkle up to the high side. Richardson and Wielden. This Gentner here chilling on the low side as he's all stacked up. Five laps led, 6 at the line for that 6 machine. Doesn't look like that outside groove is really, or the second groove is really able to get it going with these 23 cars in the field. We've seen Grace fall off the pace with Straminsky and Don Francesco. I didn't see any carnage, but there's a blanket of 1 second over these 20 or 19 cars. You have to be watching some of these temperatures. Lap number 7 at the line. And there we go. That middle groove, that second lane. You got Badman. Oh, wait, pretty boy Ben Parson in the green machine with the 67, a Benjamin Button Ryan. And these guys are going to shuffle up front with Barnes there as well. Great job. On board with the 3 machine of Tyler Barnes. Definitely where he wants to be in the early part of the run. Up front with clean air. The 15 looks like he's ducking out for air to maybe cool that thing down. Graph on the left-hand side shows the trajectory of a driver. And relative to where they are on the track and their position, you can see Barnes making good headway. Taking a look at our biggest gainers here. Ryan Hunter up 14 spots. Miller 13 in the 2nd spot. And BB Ryan 9 spots in 1st. Island making a move. He's in 8th and 7th now with 10 spots gain. And Marvelous Manning definitely making his mark here in 9th with 10 spots gain as well. Been a long time since we've seen a green flag stop at this Super Speedway series. It could be tonight, or we could be cursing the field with the broadcaster's curse. On board here with the 48 machine, the camera's gonna do the cameraman's job and bounce around. Now looking at the 78 of Marvelous Manning. Six Machine of Gentler currently fell back a little bit. It looks like he's got shuffled from those lead pack cars. Coming to lap 11, these guys are doing an excellent job of just being hard and respectful racers. Miller up tight on the bumper. Mailman looking to ship it, but right now he's expediting the 67 of Ryan. Barnes in behind. Now, man, Miller definitely a working man tonight in his Carhartt paint. And you can see the sparks fly as these cars are dragging on the track. Precision and patience being shown here by the drivers of Roughneck Racing. The Wagoner's Welding Super Speedway Series race number 11 is well underway as they cross the line to lap 13. Only 3 leaders so far, Ryan, Gentner, and Parson. Lots of time left. Such a tight field. It's hard to know what this cameraman's gonna do with the camera. Ramsey falling down below the yellow line, probably looking to regain some composure as he's cooking in this high pressure situation. 48 of Priscilla jumps to the high side as 2 by 2 behind him. No third lane forming. These guys are going to start to come up to that pit window in about 10-ish laps. So, I mean, gangbusters are here. Not sure how fuel's going to work out if we're going to see tires, but we're going to have to stay peeled with our eyes open. Still weather conditions the same as what we started with, that 88-degree track temp. Clear skies, very low humidity. That's going to allow these engines to breathe. Definitely an advantage for a crew chief and a skilled motor builder to tune to lower humidity, and it's likely why you're seeing this 67 being able to handle the front of the field. Eerily quiet here as these drivers are plotting their strategy. Oh, we got a caution. Yellow flag is out. It's gonna be hard to see what exactly happened here. I'm showing that number 30 of Wagoner wasn't involved. Let's use our SpeedZoneTV instant replay there. Old chase of the far cam. And it looks like Sprinkle just tight on the bumper of the 30 here. Tough break for Sprinkle, causing that carnage. You see Smith gets out of the way just in the nick of time, hands up, driving. Happy to see that these drivers didn't collect anyone else, but this is really going to kill that green flag pit stop strategy here. Driver's going to be getting ready to come in. Probably going to see a lot of fuel only here because it's not going to make a lot of sense for a driver to bolt on tires, sacrifice track position, and have to work up back through the field. Only 8 laps from halfway. Take a quick look at our point standings as these guys are coming down the pit lane here. Smith in that 4 machine leads the points at 274 with a 1 win on the season. Barnes in second with 263. Got a couple wins on the season. Richardson in third. And looks like we got a little bobble in what it's saying there. With Tyler Manning in fourth and Gary Miller. So we'll have to go back and confirm what the heck happened there. They're tied at 240. Sprinkle in 6th. 7th goes to Great. 8 to Copperthorne. And then 9th to BB. Lotta definitely fuel only will be trying to bring you that into. Oh, we got a slider in the wall there. I'm not sure who that was. We're going to have to wait for them to turn around. That might be the 34 of Straminsky. Caught red-handed. Trying to make it back to the pit box. Not really sure what happened there. Let's perhaps try to get a little closer to the situation. And just roll it back here. He might have been the unfortunate victim of some car contact rolling into the pits. And here it is here. 78 of Manning exiting and getting into Straminsky. Tough battle there for those drivers. Back up with our leader, 67 of Ben Ryan. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner.
Getting ready to take the 20th lap of the night. Ryan in the lead. Manning, Marvelous Manning, tied for 4th in points right now, alongside Gary Miller, both sitting at that 240. Neither driver has found victory lane yet. So that's the 15 of Mailman Miller and the 78 of Tyler, the Marvelous Manning. But both have been knocking on the door each week. This is probably where it's going to start to build for them. They're still in contention for a championship. So we're going to have to be watching those two drivers tonight as they duke it out. Pace car getting ready to duck in as we're going green one more time. Well, that's actually the first caution. It's less exciting than that, that's for sure. Watch these two cars fire off. That 67 is going to be the control car. Benjamin Button Ryan fires off just as expected. We've seen him dominate racing in the truck series. Manning tries, well, he does tuck down in front of the 15 of Miller narrowly. It's a 29 of Pylon up in the mix now. Not sure what short guy is doing up there, but somebody's going to have to call the short guy helpline. Get that 29 out of the way. 3 wide further back, you can see these cars dancing around slightly. Milan doing a good job of pushing Ryan further with Marvelous Manning in behind and Mailman Miller. Badman Barnes in the 5th spot. And in 6th right now. You know him as Johnny Hurst, but I know him as Cutie Patootie in that 58 Barbie machine. Looks to start the charge on that second group. Beautiful bump from that 48 of Priscilla. He's going to help. Oh, caution is out. When asked in the pits about this paint scheme tonight for that 58 of Johnny Hurst, he said, I don't know. I just used to play with them. So, you know, that inspired the paint tonight. And his affliction for plastic dolls. Not sure the status now as he's aged, but you just never know. Let's go ahead and use our SpeedZoneTV instant replay here, see what we can find. And it's already starting. We see the 6 of Gentner juicing around. I don't think you can park there. But let's try to understand what's happened here. Looks like there is a checkup. And unfortunately, that checkup there, Gentner reacts well, moves up to the high side. But as he does, Parsons closed the gap. So I'm going to switch the camera angle slightly here. We'll look at it one more time. Ouch. Grace on the bottom there. Getting turned. Barker, Don Francesco, Treminsky, Richardson doing a great job in that 2 machine of watching the carnage, but getting it slowed down. Back it up one more time and just kind of look at the angles here. Right here, see Gentner jump up to the high side, leaves the gap open, but then starts to come back down. I don't know if he was expecting Parsons to perhaps leave a gap or whatnot, but when there is no gap, you can't come back down. This is the 34 Straminsky getting into Barker as a result of the carnage. The 88 of Keltner in front. Driver's trying to do everything to stay out of the way, but no luck there. No shoes, no shirt. Big problems on the exit of turn 4, it looks like. Back to live action here. Oh, look who it is. Cutie Patootie, Johnny Hurst in that 58 Barbie machine. Rolling out of the pits. That's going to throw that pit strategy again out the window for the second caution of the night for the Wagoner's Welding Superspeedway Series. Started 17th, currently first. Crazy stories here. Crazy for that 29 of Pylon. Really, the 2 hard chargers here of the season have been Sprinkle in the 77 and the 3 of Barnes. We've seen Barnes get up front currently in 10th. Sprinkle currently in 16th. Going to be pretty interesting as this night unfolds as we start to close down these laps. Approaching halfway now. Lights still on the pace car. Go ahead and take a look at our current points leader. Andrew Smith currently in 16th, not having the luck he had hoped for so far, but lots of racing left. Definitely has a podium more times than not, but only 1 win on the season. Really, that's all you need to know. Andrew Smith, Mr. Consistency this season, just picking the right spot, right time, and the right battle, but he's been there every single week, and that's what has got him leading this championship right now. The 3 machine of Tyler Barnes, currently second in points. I call him a bad man, but I'm sure he's a great person. But definitely bad man with his skills on the track, showing how to slice and dice. Definitely one of the top caliber drivers at Roughneck Racing here. Only 11 points back. He's tied for the most wins, and both wins are at Talladega. Is he gonna go 3 times here before the season ends? We don't know. And let's talk about the quiet guy. Where is he? Can't find him. He's so quiet. And right here, the 2 machine of Tim Richardson started third, currently 12, sitting third in points. Very impressive season for him overall. No wins yet, but he's been up front. We got a chance to talk to him this season, and he's really about working with teammates. You know, he's led laps, he's controlled packs, and if he breaks through for a win, the championship implications can flip quickly. Pace car ducking in. That 29 machine of Highland gonna get firing off. Green is out. Good start by the 29, but Mailman Miller has something to say. And that's the 27 of Ryan Hunter up in the mix. These guys aren't very stacked up, so that's going to allow that bottom side, the bottom lane, to break ahead. You can see that they've fallen back several car lengths. Brasilia looking to take charge over 29 of Island, 3-time truck champion, but no gas in the tank this season. He's had a tough season in the truck series. I believe he's picked up a win in the Super Speedway series. Have to fact check that. Welding on the outside of that 48 now, making a charge. Island picked up a win at Echo Park. Race number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He knows how to win, but it's definitely a tough battle to fight for one here with the skill set of these drivers. 3 wide. These guys aren't done fighting. 2 cautions in on the night. I don't know how many more we're going to see. Wheeldon's been a pleasant entry here for Roughneck Racing in the Wagoner's Welding Superspeedway series. Definitely shown his Super Speedway skills. Dancing up front alongside the 6 of Gentner. Great job for these later entries into the season to just show skill. Down the backstretch here. Three wide coming through the tri-oval. Good job by these drivers. Perhaps time to maybe look at some of our biggest gainers. These guys are slicing up. BB up 16 spots. Keltner 16. Pylon 14. Hunter 15. Live data's bouncing around. You see Barbie Mobile up into third position on that bottom line. Not sure if we're going to see anything here. Some people taking 2 and 4 tires. Some drivers repairs only. Ooh, Pylon nowhere to go. He's getting a little door action. Time to hop in the cockpit of one of these drivers here. We're going to hop into Mailman Miller's car. Running the high side. Top speed of 190 miles an hour on the backstretch as he's going through 3 and 4. That's a 24 of Don Francesco. Here comes the bump. These next-gen cars are tanks. They can take a good beating, but you got to obviously keep them cool. Miller doesn't want any of that sauce. He ducks down to the bottom there. Go ahead and take a look at the 77 Sprinkle on the bottom side, in behind the Barbie Mobile. You see Pylon and the 29 on the outside of him, alongside the 16 of BB in the Party City car. He might be a little young to party. These drivers managing the checkups quite well. Wilden jumps to the high side with the 48 of Priscilla. Gonna allow, and we talked about this, we're on board here with the 4 Andrew Smith now. Crazy. With Richardson in behind and the 58 of Johnny Hurst. And as well, the 77 of Sprinkle. We talked about it last week, the power of teammates working together. And these 4 drivers here are doing it again. It's going to be hard to separate that 4-pack. They know how to control the field. Second group forming. That's Barnes on the outside. And the 67 of Benjamin Button Ryan. Hurst won 2 weeks ago, currently sitting in the 3rd spot with Richardson and Smith in behind. So this 3-pack 2 races ago definitely got it done. Yellow flag is out. Not sure we needed to see that. It looks like 78 of Marvelous Manning was involved. Let's go ahead and take a look at that with our SpeedZoneTV instant replay. Carnage up front there. I think that's the 5 of Wielden getting turned around. Far away. That's a 3 of Barnes and Ryan. Ryan gets a bump. And it's actually Pilin getting the sauce. That's a kind of a tough situation, a ricochet effect, but those checkups there. Car is going everywhere. Not seeing crazy damage, but definitely enough damage to make you think there's a bunch of drivers just about everywhere. Go ahead and watch this one more time. Hop on board the 34 of, or sorry, 34 of Straminsky. That's where the Manning goes around. Slight contact. Straminsky does a good job avoiding majority of everything except for the contact on the 78. Back to live action here. You're likely seeing everyone come down the pits, grab fuel only. They don't want to give up that track position. Forrest Smith is out. 58 of Hurst, the 2 of Richardson, 77 of Sprinkle out as well. 88 of Keltner joins. Manning elects to stay out. $15 laps to go. Not a lot of time. Manning up front now after that slight contact. See any damage on his car? We're going to try to take a look. Pop around it. Looks pretty clean from what I can see. Third caution of the night. Second last race of the season. I'm thinking it's going to get more sweaty than what we saw. These drivers have gotten through a lot of this race so far. As it winds down, more championship implications are on the line. Everyone needs the best finish. Next week, the final race, February 9th, we'll be heading to Daytona International Speedway in the Xfinity car. A very different draft and aero package compared to this next gen. The Xfinity car does not like bumps, the bump draft. Take a look at our lap leaders here. 67 of Ryan, most laps led, 15. 6 of Gentner, 6 laps. 4 for Smith in the 4 machine. The 5 of Welding has 4 laps as well. Pilin 3 laps. Marvelous Manning 2. Priscilla 1, and Parsons also with 1 lap. Only time will tell here. 78's gonna be our control car. That Marvelous Manning. Eerily silent. These drivers going to pull their belts tight one more time. '78 fires off. Excellent. 58 of Hurst in behind. These teammates are gonna want to get up in a line. I suspect it'll happen. Gonna be hard to match Hurst, Sprinkle, Smith, and Richardson's ability to be nose to tail and generate speed. Coming through the tri-oval, the three of them are clear, almost four to drop down. If Richardson gets clear, you're going to see all four drop, likely on the backstretch. Sparks flying as the intensity here increasing with 13 laps to go. On the bumper of Richardson is the 5 of Wheeldon, the 69 of Lashbrook. The bottom line comprised of Manning, Ramsey, Pylon, I believe, and Keltner in behind Pylon, with Batman Barnes, the fifth car back on the bottom row. What we really see here is that bottom side gets sacked up. Richardson able to drop the 4-pack, the 4 Horsemen. They got that nickname when they were really young. They all had wooden pony rockers that they used to rock on, and as adults they've just transitioned it into 4 Horsemen. Oh, Smith bobbled out of line. I think we saw a blown engine. Oh no. You can hear that car is not running for the 4 machine of Smith. That's going to be a tough break. Not what we needed to see here. That car is cooked. Trying to limp it to the pits. Unfortunately, this could be the detriment to our points leaders night in race number 11. Barnes just needs a strong finish now. Back up here with the leaders. We have Hurst, Sprinkle, and Richardson. 1, 2, 3. Marvelous Manning ducks to the outside with Batman Barnes and Madman Mike Straminsky. We got all the names. Tough break for that 4 machine. That's going to change the landscape of the championship. Got Ramsey on the door here. Of Richardson, and that second line of cars side drafting ever so tight. We watch the 4 Horsemen on their wooden ponies charge forward, with the second line not, dancing together, not having that same chemistry. Will they be able to generate enough speed over Hurst, Sprinkle, and Richardson on the bottom, with baby boy BB in behind as that 4th car? It doesn't look like they've been able to generate it so far. Varying degrees of talent here at Roughneck Racing's Wagner's Welding Superspeedway. We've seen a lot of crazy action. 9 laps to go. Showing 5 lead changes. Our current leader is a 13 machine of Ramsey. That second groove coming alive with Pylon, Barnes, and Straminski. Ryan on the outside all alone. Getting crazy. Barnes jumps up in front of Ryan, as well as Straminski. The second groove was almost clear, and they threw it on the ground and stomped on it. Hurst back in the lead, 6 lead changes, 3 cautions, 9 laps. It is getting hot in here. Might shut off my microphone. I think that's how that song goes. Up with our leader, Barbie Boy, Johnny Hurst, Cutie Patootie, getting pushed by Adam Sprinkle, with Richardson in behind. That pack of cars shuffling, dicing out of the exit of turn 2. Ramsey tight to Richardson. 7 laps to go, 6 at the line. Brasilia jumps to the high side. These guys just got to work together. Stop moving around so much. They're letting the 3 of the 4 horsemen just eat. Woo! Straminski might be 4 wide here. And Brasilia coughs it up. He does make room. Hats off these drivers. Getting it done. Keltner in behind Baby Boy BB. In that 16 no party city. Hurst really is setting the pace, controlling the field. Doing an excellent job. Ticking down the laps. 8 laps led so far. 5 laps to go. You can see that entire field in tow. This thing is far from over. 4 to go at the line. We do have green-white checkers here. However, if we take the white flag, the race becomes official. Hurst doing a great job of allowing Sprinkle to cool off that car. We saw Smith pop a motor. Managing temperatures, managing the car overall, that temperature is so important. We're going to hop on board with the 2 of Richardson. P3 in points right now. Unfortunately, we can't see the temperature. We can only see the RPM gauge, so that's very important to know. We're never going to know if these guys are as hot as they are. And that's just not for looks. That's more for water temp. Second groove of Marvelous Manning doing a good job of getting a run on the outside there. Don Francesco and Ramsey with Pylon in behind. Crazy. Smith back out on the track. That second groove has got a lead. 2 cars are cleared. Ramsey looking to drop. He doesn't. Marvelous Manning and Don Francesco in that 24 do drop. Ramsey gets clear bottom. Ooh. Big push from Ramsey on Manning. But Ramsey making the charge in that second groove. That second groove can grab speed at any time. And Ramsey, narrowest of margins, is not clear going into turn 3 with Island on the bumper. 24 of Don Francesco in behind. Woo, contact there. Little push from Pylon. Big run on the outside for Badman Barnes into 3 with the 67 of Ben Button Ryan. White flags out. Race is official. Ramsey electing to stay in the second groove. Badman Barnes working the outside, getting that side draft. Big charge from Manning, but he's going to need a bump. Woo! Look at the thrusters from the 67 of Ryan on the bumper of Barnes. Straminsky in the mix. What the heck? Oh, here we go. That's a big one in behind. That's going to cost a lot of drivers. This isn't over yet. We got Welding in the mix. 3 wide to the line. Wow. What a finish at the line despite the carnage that ensued. We'll try to get a replay on that. Heck of a battle coming to the line. And that's what these drivers are capable of doing at Roughneck Racing. You caught it live, SpeedZoneTV, the Wagoner's Welding Superspeedway Series. Getting her done. The 5 machine of Wheeldon, our unofficial race winner. Wow, oh wow. Let's go ahead and bring it back a lap. This is the last lap. Kind of a fan of this good old far chase cam here. Guys are dragging down the backstretch. You see that inside line stalled out. And right here is where it looks like the 29 of Pylon tagged. Let's go back. These guys were stacking up. But right here, we're going to see contact with the 29 of Pylon. I don't know if it was Pylon. It's actually tough to call. No, it's a 24 of Don Francesco. Gets into Ramsey. Shoots Manning up the track. Spins Mailman Miller around. Carnage for that group of cars. But this is where the battle starts to happen. We're going to jump back up with the 5 car. We got Pretty Boy Joni Hurst and Lashbrook trying to get around the 24 of Don Francesco with Wheeldon in front. But Wheeldon does a great job here of keeping his foot on the loud pedal with Lashbrook towing. They tuck into Straminsky for a millisecond. And Brian on the bottom. Badman Barnes. But you can see Wheeldon just gets a thrust of speed in that third groove. They break away. And just an impressive final stint there. Straminsky falls short of a podium. We're going to have some stranger danger up in the booth after we take a short break. Go back and click this live button as these guys are just chilling here. We'll be looking to do some interviews in just a moment.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
Time to see if these drivers have rolled through the good old tech shed. We're going to be grabbing our third place finisher tonight. First time up in the booth for SpeedZoneTV, the 69 of Brian Lashbrook. Brian, Robert up in the booth. How's it feeling grabbing a podium tonight after really all your success? I mean, you've come out pretty much out of a cannon. So tell us about your night.
Well, adrenaline's pumping right now, so it was a exciting finish. Can't wait to watch what it looked like live for anybody that was watching. But we are, as a team, because we have a new team without a name yet, but working with Shane there, I was going to push him all the way if I could, and it just worked out for us.
Yeah, absolutely it did. Would you say, like, what was your strategy overall through the night? Were you trying to get up front, stay up front, be middle of the pack, or just wait for carnage to happen?
Yeah, I don't think we had an overall strategy. We were just trying to stay in close proximity to each other and hope that we stayed green as long as we could. Things didn't work out for some of us. We got spread out. Um, I remember at one point we were just back there hoping for a yellow. I don't remember who was back there with me, but we were just praying for a yellow so we can get back up to the field. But yeah, I don't think other than trying to stay close and talk what we were going to do moving forward. And we had three of us up there, but we kind of got split up, and then it was Shane and I to the finish.
I mean, from that last restart, showing on the cameras now, you guys were pretty far back and were able to avoid some carnage and whatnot. You grabbed the P3 tonight. You were happy to stick on the bumper. We're going to Daytona International Speedway next week for the Super Speedway Series, race number 12. Are you going to be back up in the podium again? Do you think you guys as a team got the secret sauce figured out?
Uh, Shane and I have been up there at the front at Daytona already. So now that we know that we're working together and we got a good solid team. I wish we had a name to drop right now and say, you will be saying our name again. But we don't. I'll get with Dougie after this and say, we got to solidify a name if we're going to solidify wins.
I mean, the Super Speedway Bandits. I mean, you can start with that. I don't know. But Chat GPT always helps me. AI. Yeah, it's here
Well,
to
we
save the world.
tossed around R&R Outcasts. No one wanted us, but now we're going to make a name for ourselves.
Oh, heck yeah, man. I mean, hats off. Great finish. It's been a pleasure watching you run so far. You're definitely making a name for yourself as a clean and fast driver. For your P3 tonight, who do you want to give shout out to?
A shout out to the wifey who's watching the broadcast, Sarah, and shout out to the team. Um, I look forward to a lot of races working with these guys. Shout out to our shout out to everybody that runs these leagues. They're really good, solid leagues. Shout out to Wagner Welding. Shout out to everyone that makes this happen week after week.
Oh, heck
Shout
yeah.
out to you guys in the booth, man.
Well, thanks, man. Appreciate that. I mean, once you get that team name locked down and you're back in the booth again, interesting to hear it, but maybe the outcasts work. And honestly, good job running tonight. You guys picked the right strategy, showed the cars at the right time, and I hope to be talking to you again.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, take care. P3 finisher Brian Lashbrook. We're gonna grab P2 Benjamin Button. Ryan, what's going on, Ben? How you feeling about your P2 tonight?
Oh, man, I'll take anything on a speedway.
I mean, fair enough. You had a great run at the end there. It looks like you were slicing and dicing, getting the second groove rolling and the third groove rolling. It just got a little bit away from you at the end. Were you thinking about just sliding up the track and cleaning out the marbles, or like what was going on through your head?
Yeah, well, I'm just glad we were able to get up there because coming to, I guess it was the last like 10 laps, I kept trying the top with Tyler and we couldn't make anything happen because we couldn't get anyone to go with us, or we'd get like halfway up the pack and then we'd fall off. It'd be like a shoot when someone bailed out of the line. So that last run, I was able to get me, Tyler, Straminsky, and Gary together, and we were able to clear. And when we did, I was blinking red all over the dash, so it was super hot. And when I seen Straminsky go to the bottom, I was like, no, I'm chasing him down there. And but we just got split up there coming to the checkered, and in the 5 and the 69, we're already linked up and had a big run. So I'll take it. It was all good. We didn't destroy it on the last lap, so that's better than usual.
Yeah, and I mean, tough racing, and watching the replay now, I forget how many laps I backed it up, but you were working with Barnes there at the end, and it's crazy the amount of track position you guys were able to gain. And unfortunately, when you get separated from your dance partner, it didn't prove too lucky for him. But are we going to be seeing you on Wednesday night when we head to, is it Nashville Superspeedway, or you got to quit your job yet, or what's up?
No, I don't think I'm going to make it to that one. I'm probably going to be out of town, but it should be a pretty good race. We're practicing there, and there's a ton of tire fall off. Should be a really good race. I wish I could make it, but we'll see. Depends if a flight gets canceled, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can always watch it live on SpeedZoneTV. Always out there.
I'll definitely be watching for sure.
Well, Mr. Ryan, who do you want to give a shout out to for your P2 finish?
Yeah, just roughneck you guys. James Wagner Welding for putting up with us and putting all this together. Tim and them putting a lot of work into it, and there's only one race to go after this, I think, in this season. So try to make it a good one next week, and then we'll come back next season and see if we can make a run for the championship and be around a little more.
Heck yeah, brother. Pleasure watching you race tonight. You did a great job. You stayed up front. I mean, you're one of the most winningest drivers with the worst attendance on the Wednesday night series. So you're definitely going to be a threat if you are rolling around for season 9.
Yeah, for sure. We'll hopefully see you next week, and hopefully the race on Wednesday night goes great, and hopefully there's not too many cautions and everyone can keep it all together.
Nashville Superspeedway is not everyone's friend. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right. Well, congrats, buddy, and talk to you soon.
Yeah, you guys have a great night.
Time to bring in our first-time winner at Roughneck Racing for the Wagner's Welding Superspeedway Series. Shane, Rob up in the booth. How the heck are you doing, brother?
Well, as you can imagine, I'm pretty freaking excited. It was amazing. It was just awesome. Awesome.
It looked like somebody parted the seas for you as, carnage ensued, and kind of like picking the right spot at the right time. You were a lot further back, in the closing laps, and it just seems that, everything came together for you. Talk to your team of outcasts that don't have a name just yet. Would you say, your strategy was just to kind of be up front, or what?
Yeah, we don't want to be in the back because it's like the first 17 laps is the craziest 17 laps I've been involved in a long time. So I was like, we need to calm ourselves down. And that one caution came out. We were like, we're going to pit, stay out. It was like lap 24, 25. I was like, we need to stay out. We got track position. I don't want to be back there. We're going to, the way they're driving, we're going to get another caution. We'll be able to top off. We'll be fine. We'll keep our track position. So yeah, I mean, we communicated, we talked well. It was freaking awesome. It was for our first week for us working together. It was amazing.
And I think what's interesting is watching over the last few races, we've seen another team form and be dominant. And do you think that was a catalyst as to why you guys came together, seeing like the success of Smith, Sprinkle, Hurst, and Richardson?
Yeah, I mean, me and Brian, the 69, we met in another Discord channel, and he was asking about if there was any leagues. I was telling my leagues. His wife found this league, so we joined like within a minute of each other. So we've been trying to not really plan anything, but I try to get linked up with him the first few weeks we were here and try to work together, and it just never really worked out. And then I got my boy Patrick in the 6th car in here. So me and him been together since 2019, being teammates. So I had one person I could count on, and then all of a sudden Doug's like, hey, I want to form a team. And I was like, take me. So that's just kind of how it worked out. And we talked this week and we talked tonight, and me and Brian got in the practice session and just pushed each other around the track. And it's just amazing. Just amazing. It's just amazing. It's just crazy.
It's just, it's kind of catalytic in the sense that the amount of confidence that you get from grabbing a win like this in a caliber of field that Roughneck has for the Wagoners. So, I mean, we're rolling into race number 12 next week at Daytona International Speedway, and the Xfinity car. Is the Xfinity car something favored by you?
When I first started racing, I didn't like it, and I just got used to it. And I just had a league race Sunday, 50-lap race at Daytona, to set the field for next week, and I won that race. And that was an Xfinity car, so hoping do more of the same next week. Hopefully, if we all can work together and work it out. So yeah, I'm just super excited, super pumped, and I won't be able to go to sleep tonight. So I got to win yesterday. I got to win today, and I'm just on cloud 9.
Yeah, I mean, excellent driving. It's been a pleasure watching you and the 69 drive and just be fast and clean the entire time. And it looks like, Lady Luck finally, gave you a royal flush, and you grabbed the pot tonight. So, Mr. Wilden, who do you want to give a shout out to for your big dub tonight?
We don't really have a name, but R&R Outcast, Roughneck Racing Outcast team, Doug and Jake and the Ace and Brian and Patrick and you. I just love watching the broadcast. I want to thank I don't have them on the car tonight because I don't have a next gen car with them on it, but my biggest supporter is Slowick Stuff on Facebook. Go check them out. They have everything you can imagine. Stacy and Peter Slowick are amazing people, and they watch the races every night. Jeffrey Woods, Woody, boy from work, he watches the races. My son, Shane Wilden Jr., he watches the races. He texts me right after the finish. He goes, what a finish. So, yeah, just people that support me just by watching is just amazing. And you guys and the league. First person I met was Johnny Hurst, and he's been so helpful. And it's just, I've really enjoyed this league. They don't take any crap. They have a race control. What they say goes. You don't like it, leave the league. I love it. Just good group of guys to race with. And just Roster Wraps, the guy that does all my paints. He does amazing paints. He didn't do this one, but I'm waiting to see what cars we have for next season. He's going to start painting my cars up. He's painted all my cars in other leagues and my suits and helmets and Roster Wraps. I usually forget him, but yeah, just amazing. It was just psyched. Just can't wait till next Monday.
I mean, hats off to you. It's hard to grab a win here with the amount of talent, and I just want to, I said it earlier in the broadcast. You mentioned Johnny Hurst. That Barbie car is an homage to him playing with Barbies as a child. So it was just nice to see that he embraced his inner childhood once again.
Yeah. And I just want to thank you, because since I come in the league, you've given me not any more coverage than anybody else, but I've gotten a lot of coverage, and you've talked about me, my racecraft, and it just means a lot to me. It means I'm doing things in the right way. So I won't be able. I gotta be up at work at 2:30 in the morning. I'm not gonna be able to because I'm gonna be too excited.
Well, you might as well drink a couple coffees and just tape your eyes
I'm gonna
open
go watch the
something.
broadcast. I'm gonna go watch the broadcast.
Oh crap! I deleted it by accident already. Sorry, Shane.
Ah, don't even play.
Yeah. Well,
You know
congrats.
how I get wrecked more than I get wins. So,
Yeah.
like my whole goal when I first started was to finish in the top 10. I think my first 2 weeks was top 11s, and I got a 13th, and I was like, what I got to do to get a top 10 or a top 5? And hey, this is the icing on the cake.
Yeah, absolutely. Big first win for you. You just be on the broadcast here. You're avoiding that wreck of Ramsey, Pylan, Miller, and Manning all getting collected up, and just having the shot.
Our plan was, I told Brian, so we're not doing nothing until the last lap. We're gonna lay back load, and we're gonna get a run down the back stretch, and we're gonna go around them on the outside, and Tyler and those guys are coming on his outside, and I was like, well, that plan just got ruined. We can't do that now because we're gonna be here. And he started like 17th, 18th. We started 10th and 11th, and we're up here in the top 3. So it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, impressive finish. Your first win ever at Roughneck Racing. Definitely not your last. Yeah. And hats off on your performance tonight. And good job on finding a team. It's always better to have a dance partner and have a community to hang out with, really.
Oh yeah, it's great. I love it.
All right, sir. Well, have fun at work when you don't sleep, and hope to be chatting to you again in the booth sometime again. And once again, just congrats on your first win. They're hard to grab here. Not everyone's racing hard and friendly, but hard.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. It's a good time. I like it. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Take care.
Appreciate you. Bye.
Well, that's going to sum up our night tonight here, chatting with Shane Wielden. Lashbrook are sealing the deal on a team. I mean, very impressive. We got some new buttons to push. I'm a little scared to push them, but we're going to try it out. That's for sure. That's what we're here to do. So let's go ahead and take a look at our top 10 tonight. We talked to the top 3. Wielden, our winner. First big win at Roughneck Racing for the Wagoner's Welding Superspeedway Series. Ben Button Ryan grabbing that P2. Brian Lashbrook, P3. First time podium for him. Barnes in 4th. Straminski 5th. Sprinkle 6th. Nicholas Don Francesco 7th. Hurst grabs 8th spot in his Barbie mobile. No Party City baby boy BB in the 9th spot. And well, we haven't seen him too many times in the top 10 recently. Is the 96 machine of Ace Barker. So pretty cool to see all of that. Let's go take a look at the lap sled here. Obviously, we saw Shane Wielden up front a lot, but only leading 5 laps, obviously grabbing the most important one right at the end. Ben Ryan grabbing 15 laps. 9 laps by Johnny Hurst. So that was the action in the top 10. Really, let's take a look at their best lap. A lot of nans in there. I don't know what nans mean. Whatevs. Excellent race overall by these guys. We didn't really have a big one tonight, so that was nice to see as far as everything that was going on. Look at the big screen here. And just slicing up some data some more is that most laps led actually went out to Ben Ryan. Fastest lap went to Wielden. Pole position Gentner. 3 cautions tonight, 9 total laps. And just an excellent job by the drivers at Roughneck Racing for the Wagoner's Welding Superspeedway Series. You can see the stats rolling on by at the bottom right-hand side. Grabbing the 11th spot. We talked about the top 10. When it flips over there is Richardson. 12th goes out to Keltner. Ramsey grabs 13th. Dylan Grace grabs 14th. Gentner 15th. Miller, Mailman, grabbing the 16th spot after some unfortunate carnage. Hunter grabs 17th. Priscilla 18th. Rowdy, short guy, Jimmy Pilon in the 19th spot. And James Big Doug Wagner in the 20th. No luck, Marvelous Manning tonight, 21st. And Pretty Boy Ben Parsons in 22nd. And unfortunate luck for our current points leader. We'll have to see if he's able to maintain that championship with only that points lead with only one race to go in the championship. That's the 4 machine of Andrew Smith. So I don't know if you're excited, but I'm excited. We had 2 new podium finishers, a brand new winner here, and we only have 1 race left for the Wagoner's Welding Super Speedway Series by Roughneck Racing. We're going to be at Daytona International Speedway February 9th in the Xfinity car. Very different drafting package. But before we go there, we're going to be live Wednesday night once again. Race number 11, Nashville Super Speedway in the Truck Series. Heck of a points battle there. First, second, third, super Titan points. You're going to want to be tuning in at 7:25 p.m. EST. Yeah, you say that robotically after you say it a few times. But for all the action on SpeedZoneTV, I'm Robert Warren, your host. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you put a like, subscribe, all that jazz as our winner here, Shane Wheeldon, crossing the line. The official looking at him. Is that car legal? I don't know. Roll through text shed. But hats off to these drivers tonight. Excellent performance. Like, subscribe, click that gearbox bottom right-hand side. Watch it in 4K. Got the prettiest broadcast out here. Ain't no shame. And shout out to Wagner's Welding once again for being title sponsor for the Roughneck Racing League and all the immense and the hard work that they do. Take care, everyone. Talk to you soon. And arrivederci.